everybody, Natasha Wilkinson, your fragrance consultant from Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia, Region 3. So it has been 2 months since I have done my fragrance, what I have been warming, what I have been enjoying, what I have been using. And it's not very big this last 2 months. Now, normally I would have more in here for a month's worth of what I have been using, what I have been warming compared to 2 months. But the last 2 months here have been a little bit hectic. They firstly announced Bring Back My Bar was ending here in Australia, and I think it affected what I was warming that month because I didn't want to be without my favourite scents. So I'm like, let's hoard the wax again. But you can't enjoy the wax if you're hoarding it. So I got back into a routine where I started to warm, and then we had my son's 18th birthday, my son's year 12 graduation, his football presentation. I started a new job, full-time job, where I wasn't at home as much, and warming just kind of got put on the back burner. Before that, then I came down with influenza A and was stuck in bed for a week and a half. So a lot of things, I guess, compacted on each other, where my empties isn't as big as what it is normally every month, and this is actually my empties for August and September. We are going to go through it, and my husband's been up from Mount Isa, and again, I haven't really started warming. We're now in the 10th of October, and I haven't really warmed anything in the 10th of October, but I am planning on getting back into a routine with my warming, and hopefully you will see what I normally warm at the end of the month, or a start to me getting back into a routine, not hoarding the wax, to me re-enjoying my home fragrance now that I can kind of put my melting plan in place after buying a lot of wax. From when they discontinued Always Get My Bar, we did have the option to get a lot of wax cheap, so I have stocked up, and I do need to put a melting plan in place, and I really do want to get back to enjoying my home fragrance. But until then, let's delve into what I did get through in September and August. So I did change out the air purifier filter in my bedroom. The light came on saying I needed to change the filter out, so I did change the filter out in that. Despite all the mishappenings that were going in the house, still needed cleaning, so I used up a Scarlet Sunflower All-Purpose Cleaner Concentrate. I use this for mopping the floors. I find it works really well with mopping the floors, so for me, that's what I use the All-Purpose Cleaner Concentrate for. And this is the perfect now scent. Scarlet Sunflower for me is a very transitional scent, I want to say, because it does have that dark fruity cranberry and the bright floral note in it. Normally for me, floral scents are now spring. I'm not typically a floral person in winter, but if I'm going to choose a floral scent for a cooler period of the month, like autumn or the end of winter, it typically will be Scarlet Sunflower because of that deep dark cranberry that is in Scarlet Sunflower. Then I have a bathroom cleaner in Berry Sweet. This comes across a bit plastic, chapsticky, candy-like to my nose, so it's not my favorite fragrance. I think I got this in a Whiff Box, or it might have been a new collection that I wanted to try. I cannot remember. It might have been from a cleaning bundle. I enjoyed it for what it was, but for me, there are a lot of other fragrances that I do enjoy a lot more than Berry Sweet. So for me, that particular fragrance is not a repurchase for me, but bathroom cleaner I do use. I actually don't like cleaning the bathrooms because cleaning products do tend to make me feel nauseous and sick when I'm cleaning them. Scentsy's products don't do that. I do enjoy the fragrance, and yes, I still need to do the bleaching and using the stronger chemicals every now and then, but I don't need to use them as regularly while I'm using the Scentsy cleaning products. So I do find that does help me a little bit. Then we have a Counter Clean in Sun Drenched Cotton, which is now available in our current catalogue in cleaning. It was originally part of our summer collection that they brought out in June and July, which for us here in Australia is winter, which is a little bit strange to experience a summer collection in winter. But a lot of people here in our region are all for fruity. They are for summery scents, where I am very seasonal. I do like my spice. I do like my bakery. I do like those type of scents in winter. But that's the type of warming I like to do. And everyone has their own preference when it comes to home fragrances. And there are no rules with home fragrances. But for me, I like my summer scents in summer. I like my winter scents in winter. But I am really enjoying the Sun Drenched Cotton in cleaning. Definitely a repurchase for me. It is definitely different from your typical lemon type fragrances that you get with a lot of other products in cleaning and a lot of other brands. So I do like that Scentsy do like to try different type of fragrances when it comes to cleaning. And this is one that I just will purchase again for cleaning because it's got that very summery coconutty essence, but it's also got that clean, crisp laundry, and that's how I like my laundry scents, something with a little bit of sweetness. I don't like just straight laundry. I do sometimes find straight laundry scents can come across a little bit sharp to my nose. So moving on from cleaning to washing of the clothes. For children, there's always going to be laundry along with clean in my empties. So I did use up the small washer whiffs that we got in one of our whiff boxes in Magnolia Shimmer. We no longer get small tubs. You can only get your washer whiffs in your large tub now. And for those of you who do not know what washer whiffs are, it is basically a fragrance booster for your laundry to help make your laundry smell beautiful. So this is a little bit powdery floral. It was originally known as Kindness as part of our Mother's Day collection in wax, but they did have to change the name to Magnolia Shimmer due to the fact that there was already a laundry line from another company here in Australia called Kindness. So they didn't have the licensing rights to use the same name that they used for their wax for the laundry formulation when they created the laundry formulation in this fragrance. This I like a hell of a lot better in laundry than I do in wax. I was never a fan of it in wax. I always got this very sour back end note on it in wax. I don't mind it in laundry, but there are, again, other scents in laundry that I would probably purchase over this particular fragrance. If you like floral and those powdery laundry floral type notes, you would definitely like Magnolia Shimmer though. So I do have some light globes or light bulb, which I changed out. So I changed out a 25 watt and I did an orange 20 watt in my Fantasy Pumpkin warmer. So I did have some light bulbs that blew in my warmers that needed changing out. So I think there was a pink 25 watt which I changed out to the clear in, I think that was in one of the warmers, I think it was in my what was it? I think it was in one of the warmers up the back there as I walk in the door. I cannot remember. And then that's the one that was from the Fantasy Fairy Tale Pumpkin warmer that sits in the kitchen area. So I think they were both in that main open concept area where I did the light globe changes. So Vanilla Amber end pack. So I did start decorating for Halloween. I took out my ghost pillow that I got at Scentsy Family Reunion, which came with the Vanilla Amber scent pack, and set him all up. So now we're down to scent pack. I have an empty scent pack in the North Core. So this was in my walk-in closet. I did clean my closet out, and this scent pack had been sitting for a while. I do need to actually put a new one in there. I didn't put a new one in for fragrance for my closet, but that's what I was using for fragrance in my closet. So I think we're now down to wax, or very soon we're now down to wax and pods. So I replaced the fragrance flower in my bathroom. I did have the gardenia from the Epcot collection a while back in my bathroom, and I'd had it in there going on 6 months, and it just didn't, as you can see, want to soak up that oil, but the petals were starting to fall apart because I had had it so long in my bathroom. So it was time to change that out, and I did replace it with toasted acorn and oak, which is just a beautiful earthy woodsy scent. So I don't think I did any diffusing with oils, because where I put my oils to show you in just an empty flower box there and none there. So I didn't actually go into my oil diffusers this month. So the rest is all wax and pods. So let's do the wax first. Let's see what I have. Okay, I'll go open concept area first, since I seem to be pulling mainly open concept area out. So I did a day of toasted acorn and oak in the open concept area. As I said, this is a beautiful earthy woodsy scent. I get a slight mapley note from this. It's not very strong there, but to me I do get that slight mapley note, which adds to the richness and the sweetness. This is the type of scent I absolutely love on a rainy day where you just want to curl up with a book or watch a movie. Your house just smells warm and cozy. So this was from a previous Halloween collection about 3 or 4 years ago now. So it is an older Halloween collection, but it is one that did keep popping up in flash sales, because it was one that when we had club available, I didn't club. Or I did for a short time and then took it out and then regretted it. But I did build up a bit of a stash because it did keep popping up in flash sales. And when you get those rainy, drizzly days, I do tend to reach for this. This is also great in alternating warmers with vanilla, what is it? Chestnut. was a Christmas brick 2 years ago. I do tend to do that a bit in alternating warmers as well with toasted acorn and oak to try and spread out my stash. But as I said, it's just the perfect warm, toasty, earthy, woodsy, slightly sweet scent. I wouldn't say it's bakery, but you do get that homey feeling from this type of scent still. Then I did Frights and Delights, which was last month's scent of the month. And this is just a beautiful, nutty, again, earthy, but it's more bakery. So it gives me similar vibes to Toasted and Acorn on an Ache, but it's a lot more sweeter. It's got that caramel note, but you still pick up that nuttiness and that warmth from Frights and Delights. So I do have a little stash of that, being that it was a scent of the month, and I do now get the scent of the month kit. But this is one that I would definitely want more of, and it is still available, but it is now available at full price because it is no longer the scent of the month. Our scent of the month is now a, what is it? Pumpkin marshmallow scent, which I haven't even done my scent of the month videos because I, as I said, have just been behind with all the goings on that have been happening. But our scent of the months are typically still available 3 months before they discontinue them. The first month you get them at 10% off, and then the following 2 months you are paying full price. So Frights and Delights is still available. So then we did a combination here I did of Cup of Comfort, which was from the last Bring Back My Bar we had, and Toasted Caramel Sugar. So this was one that I picked up Facebook Black Market sale because it is a scent that is not available here in Australia. It was available as a Bring Back My Bar in Region 1, and they are actually getting it back as Christmas bricks later on this month also. I was kind of hoping we would get it as Christmas bricks, but our Christmas bricks that are coming next week are Perfect Peppermint and Pink Melon Cocoa. So a watermelon-y scent that we've previously had as a scent of the month. So they're our returning Christmas bricks, but Toasted Caramel Sugar is one of Region 1's Christmas bricks that they're getting. And as I said, I did pick this up Black Market shopping. It's beautiful. It is very caramelly, very rich, very sweet, almost like the caramel drizzle on an ice cream. And I had that in alternating warmers with Cup of Comfort, which is a caramel latte. To me, you smell the frothy milk, you smell the coffee, you smell the slight caramel. This was a beautiful combination. If I had more Toasted Caramel Sugar, it is definitely a combination I would do in. I was in my element with my bakery enjoyment with that combination. Okay. Bedroom. Okay. Bedroom. So the two that I did do in open concept areas, and I would have thought I would have had more bars, and I think because I've still got a cube left, I did do 2 bars each of them. We'll start off with the first one, but the reason is that I think I've still got a cube left in case I needed them for samples, because they are part of our current Halloween collection. Pumpkin, honey, and spice. So I have that going in the open concept area. As I said, I did a full bar. I did do some samples. So I did about a bar and a half. The rest I did samples with, and I think I've got 1 cube just in case I needed to do extra samples if I ran out of samples, which is why I don't have the 2 bars in here. Now, I went out just for this scent and brought 3 more Halloween collections last month, because last month they were not selling the fragrances separately. If you wanted the collection, you had to buy the 5 different fragrances as a collection. So I went and brought 3 more after warming these 2 bars. That is how much I loved pumpkin, honey and spice. This month they did change it up a bit, because they did change it up a bit, and then they're now allowing us to purchase the fragrances separately. So then I went back and I brought just more of pumpkin, honey and spice separately, which is what I wanted to do with 2 of the fragrances from the Halloween collection. The other fragrances, I've only warmed 3. 2 I haven't warmed, so I can't pass judgment on whether I would have wanted more of the 2 I haven't warmed, but 2 of the 3 I know I wanted in multiple. The other one I enjoyed enough, but not that I would want to go and purchase a bunch of, but I did end up with more at that stage when they were not selling the fragrances separately. And I really do think going forward, and I don't know if Scentsy are going to do that, now that we can't here in Australia add always get my bar to club, I really think that they do need to offer with collections now the ability for us to purchase fragrance separately if we don't want a whole collection, because we can't now just add that 1 fragrance to club if we just want that 1 fragrance. We can only add to club now catalog scents. So we can't add LTO collections to club. So if we want them, we basically now have to buy them while they are still available. So let's talk about pumpkin, honey and spice. This is a beautiful scent. It has got the rich, squashy pumpkin, a little bit of spice, and then you get this almost vanilla drizzle honey. It's not a saturated sweetness, it's just that drizzle of sweetness bringing everything together with this scent. It is warm, it is comforting, it is homey. I could see this going really, really well. I haven't tried it yet, but I do want to. I could see this scent going really well in alternating warmers with honey pear cider. So that is a fragrance combo I would like to try. I am starting to come into warmer weather here. We are in our spring, 2nd month of spring here. So I will probably starting to be November, switching into my Christmassy scents. November, December, even though it's December's our summer, Christmassy scents, and I'll be going gun-ho with the summery scents. I'll be probably over these type of scents we're sharing now, and it will probably be waiting till next winter, but that is definitely a combo with my little collection I've been collecting, so I can enjoy next winter with that fragrance to try at a later day or on a drizzly rainy day. So the other one, similar situation where I've only got 1 bar because I've probably still got 1 cube I've put aside in case I need to throw extra samples to someone from my 2 bars, was Spiced Pecan Cream. So this is the other one that I wanted multiple of from our current Halloween collection. You can smell the pecans. Again, the spice is slightly there. It's that deep, rich, earthy, woodsy gourmand bakery. Absolutely beautiful. So that was what the last 2 months of open concept warming were. As you can see, I was still very much in my winter mode, with all the woodsy, earthy, rich, gourmand bakery, and totally my element, totally my favorite type of scent. Moving on to the bedroom. So, from the last Bring Back My Bar, Lavender Violet. I was very excited to have this come back, only then to be delivered the news, no, we can't club anymore, always get my bar. Because this is just a sweet lavender, and you've got it's an herbal lavender, but it's sweetened with that marshmallow. So just the combination of the lavender, the floral, and the marshmallow, it is a beautiful bedroom scent. I did pick up a few of them to enjoy this summer, because these are the type of scents I enjoy in spring, right before I'm ready for my coconutty, tropically, oceanic, airy, florally scents, like your trying to think, coastal sunset, those type of scents are what I like to warm in summer. But in spring, I do reach a little bit more for the lavendery florals. It's not as tropically yet, but it's still verging into those type of scents that are enjoyable in the warmer weather. I did go through a bar of Hemingway. This was another black market shop for me, one that has not been available in Australia. This is like a masculine apple scent. It's got a cologne-y, woodsy note to it, and it's got the apple. A really beautiful scent for the bedroom for me. It's got a slight perfuminess in the cooler winter months. So this would have been my August bedroom. Lavender Violet would have been more towards the September bedroom as the weather was warming up. Okay, one that would have again been a September one as the weather was warming up, Cotton Candy Cookie from the last Bring Back My Bar. And it's that sugary cotton candy. The cookie tones down on the, to me, oversaturated sweetness that you can sometimes get with cotton candy, perfumey scents. And again, they're the type of scents I like in my bedroom in summer as opposed to winter. But I just feel like the cookie added sweetness to it, but it also toned down on that very sugariness, if that makes sense at all. Really nice combo. I really enjoyed it. Now, this originally was part of an Easter collection when I first joined, and I remember not enjoying it as much then as I do now. So my nose did definitely change and gravitate towards liking this scent more now, to the point that I did grab a few more that I do plan on enjoying this summer. Will I miss it when it's gone? Yes, but it's not one that I'd be dying for like other scents when they're gone that I would have really, really missed. This is one that definitely a repurchase for me, definitely that if Club was still around, I would have probably still had it in Club for a little while, but it's probably not one that would say would be a must-have for me, but it's definitely one that I will enjoy. Another black market one, Pumpkin Cashmere. So this is just a squashy pumpkin. There's a little bit of spice, but then you get that warm, blankety, cottony type end note that you can pick up from scents like Cozy Cardigan, Forever Flannel, where you've got that little bit of a laundry cotton note mixed with the pumpkin and the cashmere. I really did enjoy that in the bedroom. Then that would have been we're doing 2 months, so that would have been more of a August, while the weather was still warmer. I was looking for the more warmer wintry scents. In the bedroom from the current Halloween collection, I was also warming Moonlight Whisper. Now, this one was soft, very light, and I feel like the extra bars I brought because I wanted more of the pumpkin honey spice and more of the pecan one from that collection. Might need to cure to get a better idea of what I really felt about this scent. It was okay, I enjoyed it, but I just found it very, very light, and the whole bar in my bedroom in a small area, I still struggled a little bit to actually get good performance about it. What I did get was a soft floral cotton type scent, and I feel like there have been similar profiles, similar scents that I get better performance out of and that I enjoy more. So this is a type of scent I will enjoy while I have, but I don't necessarily need more of. And then I think before I came down sick, when I was starting to come down sick, and I knew my sense of smell was going with influenza, I just wanted something that was going to make me feel a little bit better because I had the headaches and everything with it. So I threw in rosemary and mint from there's no medicinal quality in any of our products. I do have to say that. By no means are these giving any medical advice. But I do find for me, when I'm not feeling well, anything with a eucalyptus or a mint base is what I tend to gravitate towards with my home fragrance for me personally. So I threw in rosemary and mint, mainly because of the eucalyptusy note in here. It's not sharp like Just Breathe. I cannot stand Just Breathe. I find it too sharp and too mentholy. This was more of your herbally eucalyptus and your rosemary and mint. So I did enjoy that in my bedroom when I was not feeling well. So what we have left now are some pods to talk about. So currently in the quad, I have vanilla barnwood going. They're actually about due to be changed out. I don't think there's much scent left in those pods. This is just a beautiful woodsy vanilla scent from a previous Christmas collection. So in the purifier in the office and the purifier in the lounge room, currently we do have vanilla bean buttercream. It's just a good vanilla bean basic frosting scent. Goes well with pretty much anything else I am choosing to warm in the warmers in that area. It just complements all the other scents in that open concept area, which typically for me are, particularly this time of year, usually heading towards your bakery type scent. So of course vanilla bean buttercream is just going to complement that. Coming into summer, it'll probably be changed out to more of your oceanic type scents, your more fresher type scents, as I head towards more the fruity and those type of scents in summer. But during the winter months, this is just a great basic vanilla scent to complement whatever else I am warming. Then we had in the air purifier in the bedroom currently apple picking going. I was trying to complement it when I was doing Hemingway and Moonlight Whisper, and scents like that when as I put that in when I changed out the filter. In Wild Seaside, so Wild Seaside, definitely need to change it out. I cannot smell this at all anymore, but this was in the laundry, so this was part of the same collection that actually did Sun Drenched Cotton. So, and it was a very mossy green, earthy oceanic scent. I enjoyed it. Probably not my favorite. There are other fresh, clean scents that I enjoy more, but that's what was currently in the wall fan in the diffuser. And I did have originally, before I put apple picking in the air purifier, I did have black raspberry and vanilla in that air purifier. So this is just your basic black raspberry and vanilla scent. Deep, dark, rich berry. Perfect scent again that complements a lot of other scents, which is why I had it going in the bedroom. To me, your vanilla bean buttercream, your black raspberry, vanilla, they're Scentsy's staple core scents that work well with other scents and they play well with other scents, which is why they did choose to do Scentspiration collections of based around those particular scents when they were doing Scentspiration collections. So that was what I have been warming, what I have been enjoying for the last 2 months. I hope you enjoyed taking a sneak peek into the last 2 months of my home fragrance empties. I'm hoping to start to get back more into a roll. These last 2 months have been hectic, so it has been a lot less than what I would normally warm, what I would normally enjoy, but I am hoping to get back into the swing of things. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.